Right, we're going to be fitting this door. This is a front room door. If you're going to just lower it for me, Sam, so I can just tell you what you've got to look out for, guys. And what you're looking for is that at the top. Now that generally indicates where you should put like your barrel, like your locking mechanism, okay guys? Normally it says lock on there, but that's what I see, so that's what I'm going to go with. We've measured the door, and I've just given like a slight little mark there, guys, right there. It's not going exactly there, but it's in the ballpark. And what we need to do, we need to take off about 4 mil off this door. So let us do this, and then I'll get back to you. Right, what we've done, we've loosely fitted this door in now, and because like, we figured out that this frame is wonky, so we've cut the top of this door to the same shape as this frame. It's only slightly out because we've butted this door right up to the frame. No matter what, we're going to have to go with this frame. Okay, that's how I'm doing it anyway. So yeah, we've dropped the door, we've cut it, and we've figured out that we just took a smidge off this side, guys, and we've matched it up, so now it's equal distance now. Okay, and now what we've got to do, we've got to get the old hinges, but they're not old, they're new. Well, we've got new for old, but for some reason they're just a mil out. We're going to have to get them back in here and reattach them, and then we're going to put the door back up, and then we're going to measure where the hinges fall onto the door, and hopefully we'll have this clearance at the top and we'll have enough clearance at the bottom. Fingers crossed. Let's see how we get on. We've also forgot to say we've got like a wind bag at the bottom, guys. It's just where you just pump air into it. It's pushed it right up. So yeah, it's hands-free now basically. So we're just gonna, there's a button on this wind bag, we press it, the door will drop it, it'll fall out, and away we go. Screwed the new hinges on, and they're just like a mil too big than the old hinges, so we've had to just get them in the best we can, but they're rounded ones, but we're gonna have to do a little bit of skullduggery. We have to make it work. So we've wedged it all back in, guys, put the wind bag on there, pumped it all the way up as high as it can go. We've got it tight to this frame, and we've got our packers at the top. And now we're just going to measure each one of these onto the door. Then we're going to set square it round, and then we're going to basically just put the hinges on, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to fit. Let's just see what happens, eh? Right, I'm trying to get this door in, and what I've had to do, I've packed out the hinges. It's like a banana, guys, this door frame, sorry. There's a massive gap in the middle, and then they're literally touching, like the door is touching the door frame. I've had to trim off a bit at the bottom because it's catching this end here. And then like once I clear it here, it starts climbing. So I've got still got a bit of work. You've got to take all this into account, guys, because if you put, shut up, Dexter. If you put your door in and it's not straight, like there's a danger of it, if there's nothing to catch it at the bottom, it'll either swing shut or it'll swing open. So it's very important that you get the door hanging like level that way as well. Obviously, if it's catching the carpet, then that's fine, you know what I mean? But we're going to have to see how we get on with this, because like the frames in this house are atrocious, guys. I've put a spirit level on it, and from the top to the bottom it's okay. And like I say, if you looked at it long enough, you could probably see how it's kind of bowing in the middle in. So it's going to be a real problem getting these doors in. But we shall carry on. Now I've cut a bit off of the bottom of the door, and weirdly enough, guys, it's telling me to paint the top and the bottom of the door because of like moisture ingress, which is weird. Like I've never heard of that, but I'm going to do what they say. They even say when you've cut the hinges out, like prime like the hinges as well, like inside. So, which is really weird. But if that's what they're saying, that's what I'm going to do. I always leave the top and the bottom of an inside door, like interior door, guys. I never ever paint them because I think like the doors need to breathe. And I've run my hand over a few of these old doors, and not one of them have been painted on top. And I can guarantee they haven't been painted on the bottom either. So you tell me, why are they saying that on these doors? It's a bit weird. But hey ho, The trouble is now that I've undercoat primed like the bottom of these doors, I've got to wait an hour before I can even pick it up and attempt to try and fit it again. Now I don't know if I've cut enough off at the bottom, and if I haven't, I'm going to have to cut a bit more. Then I'm going to have to undercoat prime the bottom again. So it's just going to turn into a right old mission. But yeah, and these brackets that I've got, guys, like they're kind of good, but they're not the best. Let me just explain something. These brackets, they literally, looking at them, like you think you'd get like a bit of a gap in between the door, like that. It should end up like that. So like you should have something, but no, it's literally like when the door's being closed, it's pinching the frame. The door is pinching the frame. That's why I've had to pack it out. It's got these things here that when you actually fit the door, you can move them in and out. Like if you're looking at the door, it can go back and it can go forward, but it can't go right, if you understand what I'm saying. Like you can't like adjust the frame. Not that you could do that on hinges anyway, but for some strange reason, like you'll see when the door's up, it would leave that obviously, but it pinches right up. It pinches the door right up. It just means that like it must be closing like that. The door must be closing like that. Now the hinges are in straight. Whoever's cut these hinges has done a good job. And they're really flush to the frame. But is it that the frame's like wonky? Like it's kind of like wonky like that, and then when the door closes, is that what's doing it? You know what I mean? Because if you put that door frame in wonky, it's going to create that, you know what I mean? But if you put it in straight, you shouldn't have a problem. So I honestly don't get it, but I've never had a problem like that. But that's the only reason, guys, why I've packed the frames out now. Like I've had to pack the back of the frames out. But we shall see. We shall see if this works. Take you to a door that's already hung, and I probably haven't got that problem. Like this one's okay. This one's okay, but when it gets to the top, it really starts like creeping towards like the frame, and it's not hung right. It's like I say, it's got these things inside this bracket that you can undo, and you can push this door forward, which is really clever. I've not got a problem with that. As long as the bar, like the doorstop, is not in the way, then you've got like loads of adjustment here because it's sticking out. Don't know if you can see it, but it is sticking out a lot. So that can be adjusted. Don't kill me for like how bad my door hanging is, because if you look at these doors, they're absolutely atrocious, guys. The door fits straight into the frame. It doesn't need any cutting, as in like width wise. I mean, you're going to get to about here, and that's perfect. Like that's a 2 or 3 mil gap, which is you want. I think it's a 3 mil gap. You've got to leave all the way around. I think it might be 2, might be 3. But yeah, it's a conundrum. I would just like do what looks right, guys, because it's not going to be the best door in the world. It's not going to be hanging right, because like I say, the door fits into the frame. Right, I've got the door in. I used a white packer, window packer for the top there. Like I say, I put my wind bag underneath the door, pumped it up until it wedged it in. And like I say, guys, if you look here, don't judge me. I've packed out this hinge here, and I've packed out the bottom hinge, and it's come out slightly. And like I would say the middle's perfect, but there's nothing I can do. I've just got a massive gap here, which I'm not happy about, but what else can I do? But it closes nice. It's not catching on the floor no more. So happy days. That'll have to do. That's 1 down, 2 to go. I'm happy with the top anyway. But I'm not happy with this side. It's massive. I'd love to know what to do. Now we've come to the bathroom. And again, what I've done, guys, I've pushed it right to the frame. Because what'll happen, when I fit these hinges, it's going to push it right to the frame anyway, because that's what they was doing. Like, it's got a massive gap on the left. And the hinge side of this door, it's literally butting up to the like the frame. Oh dear. So again, what I've done, I put 2 packers up there. I've wedged it over. And like the gap in this door is ridiculous. This is even worse than the bloody front room door. Because the top part of this frame is perfect. It's kind of like you can see it working. If you could just pack this out a smidge, it would go over enough like to make that gap nice. But the bottom is horrendous. It can go over a smidge, which is fair enough, but you can't make up that gap there, guys. It's ridiculous. You see the gap? It's got to be 10 mil. It's not far off. And then as it starts closing up to the top, it starts closing in. And then it probably falls into what it should be. That's probably like a 2 or 3 mil gap. But anyway, what can I do? Well, I've hit a problem here. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Shouldn't this transition bar be over more to the left, like the door should sit over it? And what's happened, guys, if you can see, it's sticking up by a mile. So when I go to close the door, it's hitting this by a lot. Now, do I cut the door at an angle, not just a smidge of it, which is probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to, don't want to do it, and I don't want to cut the door high enough so it clears that. It's going to look ugly. If I go 10 mil higher off the floor, it's going to be a real nasty gap underneath this door. And I don't want that. So, I don't know what to do. Right, guys, I've had a think about it, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to knock the back off. Like, I've got a track saw, and hopefully I'll get a really clean cut, and that will be high enough to take me past like the bottom of that transition rail that goes from the floor to the hallway. Yeah, it's from the tiles to the hallway, and hopefully that'll work. Because the only other option is to cut it, like go up about 15 or 20 mil, and I don't want to do that because that's what this door, the original door, had on it. It was a massive gap underneath the door, and it looked absolutely ridiculous. So I'm hoping this is going to work because I've got the levels perfect, so it opens and shuts, but it's just catching that bar. So hopefully this is going to solve my problem. Anyway, I'm going to cut it and we're going to see if it works, guys. Let's go. Right, there you go. That's what I said I was going to do, and I've done it. I put a 45-degree cut on that. That should really clear that easily. I'd rather have a slight gap inside the bathroom than out in the passage, guys. So we'll see what that looks like when it's done. Now I'm going to have to paint this. I'm going to prime it, but the doors are going to come back off anyway. I'm figuring I'm going to take all the doors off. Take all the hinges and the handles when they're all fitted. Take them all off, and then I'm going to paint them. So I don't need to do this just yet. I will do it later on though, guys, because this is going in the bathroom. Right, let's get this door hung. And there you go. That's the bathroom door. Now I've got that top lined up lovely. It's definitely better than what it was, but there's nothing I can do about this gap. It goes mahoosive down the end. I shimmied that bracket out there a little bit, but it's still touching at the top. What can I do? I cut a sliver off the top to match it all in. Really looks nice, but that's it. I'm done with it now, guys. The insides, I'll tell you what they've done wrong here. Look, they put this transition bar. It's all wrong. I mean, people like and their work. It's terrible, isn't it? They put it in the wrong place. So now I've got to look at that. Not happy with that. I know probably the tiling was already done, they've had to match it to the tiling, but then you blame the tiler, I suppose. Someone's to blame, and it ain't me. But it is what it is. It's all in, looking good. Just got to paint it 3 times now. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to forget about it. Happy days.